Alrighty, we are live for the Carolina Hurricanes at the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas riding high after a couple of big wins, including an absolute stomping the other night. What was it? Bruins and then Calgary, just absolute foot down, just pedal to the floor. Loved it. Was very surprised to see how Vegas came out in the second period, but it was exactly what they needed to do, and they just full throttle the whole game. Loved every second of it. Now, with Carolina, like while we're sitting at 4-0-2, should at least, I feel like it should at least be 5-0-1, but it's okay. The Hurricanes are sitting at 5-0-0. Now, I haven't actually, I'll do that now. We'll take a look at who the Hurricanes have played so far. Let's see. 3, 4. So they beat New Jersey 6-3 at home. They beat Philadelphia 4-3 at home. 5-1 in San Jose. 4-1 over Anaheim. 4-3 over LA in overtime. $80 over, Vegas Knights. Nice. I'm good, buddy. How you doing, man? I'm definitely seeing an over. Like I said, they have scored 10, 15, 19, 23 goals in 5 games. Like, these guys are going to score. Now, they did beat LA in overtime 4-3. So, right on, brother. Good to hear it. So, yeah, this is going to be a game. This is going to be a real test, and it's really going to come down to who's in net for Vegas. Someone over 5.5. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that over. Yeah, it's like I said, they have scored, what did I say? 10, 19, 23 goals in 5 games. They've allowed 11. So now the Golden Knights on the other score, I haven't looked at that. Let's take a little comparative look. Let's see. 6, 12, 16. We've scored 21. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aren't we 5-0-2? Dude, my math was not mathing. It was because I thought we were 5-0-1. We're 5-0-2. Is that more aggressive in the start? Carolina will definitely start more aggressive. Vegas just doesn't really have it in them to come out in that way. Now, well, I shouldn't say. When I'm thinking aggressive, I mean fast, physical, pressure in the ozone, things like that. Physical is a big piece of it when I hear aggressive. I do think Carolina will be more aggressive to start, and Vegas will catch up. But I think Vegas will get the first opportunity. But, okay, I was totally messed up. So, I said they scored 23 goals in 5 games. And we've had 10, 16, 17, 21, 26 in 7 games. So we're both scoring, but we've also allowed 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19 goals where they've let up 11. So, yeah, like I said, it's really going to come down to the goalie. And Hill played so well the other night. I am okay with him being in. Dude, I got to figure out a way to get my phone charging because it is not charging. Here, I'll be back in a minute. We'll let, 1 sec. My bad. I got to use a charger in a different room. I don't feel like taking everything apart and bringing it in here, but for some reason, my chargers just don't want to work. Switch cables, everything. Vegas chasing the puck into their own zone. Please don't do this to me tonight. The feed's frozen. All right. Looks like puck's going all the way back. Damn it, I don't have my phone. First of all, I just changed it. I didn't see who's in net for Carolina. Hilly is in net for Vegas. I figured, especially after the game he had the other night. Carolina back into their own zone, trying to get it up to the red line. Eichel fighting them off, but Carolina's going to get it all the way up ahead into the Vegas zone. Theodore chasing it down. McNabb at his side. Puck coming around to the low boards. And Barbie throws it up ahead. Oh. I keep forgetting, like, I had my phone set up to do a couple of things. But since it's not one to charge, like, I can't check the things that I wanted to check. And now it's what a mess. Puck all the way back into the Carolina zone. And White Cloud lets it jump over a stick. It's a foot race. Hutton's not fast enough, but Hilly is strong enough. White Cloud there to scoop the loose puck away. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Now the audio's like the other day, the audio was like a second ahead, so I could hear the whistles and all that before play stops. Now it's like 5 seconds behind. So as soon as I got done saying, "Oh, that was great," they go, "Oh my goodness, that was great." White Cloud keeping his net clear. I like it. He goes down, but he's all right. Hurdle swinging back. Pass off to Hutton. Hutton gets it into the middle, but Vegas just cannot control. See, this is what I meant by Carolina being more aggressive. He'll save Glove. Sorry, Glove save Hill, but pops it right back out into play. Another save by Hill, tight on the right post. Shot towards, hits a whole bunch of bodies. Carolina is skating fast. So it's just a matter of, is Vegas going to show up ASAP or, okay, shot on, kicked away. I can't tell who's in net. I haven't seen a number or name. While trying to move up front, it's a little sloppy chaos drill right through the middle. Carolina gets it into the Vegas zone on the high boards. Coming all the way down around the net, trying to go up high, and he does. Low point. Pass down to the circle. Shot. Hits a body up front. And it looks like Riley Smith is able to get it to Carlson and clear. Yeah, you know what? I gotta know the roster real quick. Hilly and Anderson. Okay. Because doesn't Kachenkov or something like that? That might not be Kachenkov, but something like that is their backup, isn't it? Carolina flipping it up into the Vegas zone, just tipped off to the side by Hill, pass to Theodore, who hands it off to McNabb. McNabb up the high boards, cross ice to Sod. Yeah, Sod. Carolina ends up with this. Shots are 4-2. Carolina definitely the better opportunities going to the Hurricanes. Around the back of the net out front with little space. He made it through, but it does not connect. Vegas trying to head out. Errant pass by Ben Hutton. But Riley Smith has it, gets it to Eichel, who's able to tip it back to him. Riley Smith making a move up front to Saad, and a great save, Anderson. Puck coming back down low. Barbashev gets a little hook from the goalie as he goes around chasing the puck. Great save by the Carolina goaltender. Say offsides is played, and we are going to center ice with 15:07 to go in the first. Shots are 4-3. Carolina. That Saad took it right off of Barbashev's stick, but he was just a little too tight. So the options were very limited as to what he was going to be able to do. And I'm trying to make sure I'm not blowing. I went back and finally listened to a couple of streams and realized how shit the audio sounded. And I couldn't figure out why on the desktop it's better, but on here it's way worse, and it's been worse. And I'm hoping that just having the G Hub helps out, and then turning down the volume a little bit. Fewest goals allowed per game. Vegas at 2.46. That's about to change. I really do think Carolina is going to score at least 3. I'm thinking we can score at least 3 as well. Lazan into the Carolina zone. Shoots. Goes all the way across. Behind the net goes Dorofeyev. Looking for somewhere to go. Great pressure on him. And he loses it, but Marner gets it right back. All the way across. Shot. Great save. Anderson on the back door to Korzak. Great pass by Mitch Marner. Good attempt by Caden Korzak, but Anderson gets the win. Hurdle headed back the other way. Dump and chase. Behind Anderson. Pops out on the high boards. If Hurdle wasn't going for a change, that might have been a great play. All well. 6 minutes gone in the first period. Shots are 5-4 Carolina. That backdoor pass was probably the best opportunity. Sent around on the high boards. McNabb's going to chase it. All the way back to the low point. Riley Saad trying to get it to Riley Smith for a shot, and it just doesn't connect. Saad he had his hands tied, so he tried to kick it right behind him. What a hell of an idea. Just did not. Unfortunately, Riley Smith was just as tied up. Puck going back around, spinning shot by Holtz goes off the side of the net. Puck coming on the low boards out of the Carolina zone, all the way down. Is that my boy? That was. Oh, you know what? I meant to have Carrier's jersey up. Chased all the way down to the net. White Cloud does a good job to force him wide. He didn't allow the lane to get in front of the crease. Colasar trying to be precise. You're not a stick handler, bud. Just try and get rid of it. He eventually does. Is that Chatfield? Okay. Chatfield was the one that made a good defensive play on Dorofeyev and ended up causing the turnover. So I remember Chatfield. Like I said, you remember certain guys. You remember the Aho, and I think Kokaniemi is on here. Jarvis. Jarvis is a motherfucker, dude. Like, he is absolutely, I don't like him because he doesn't play for the Knights. I have nothing but respect for the game, but I hate that son of a bitch because he plays against us. Anderson just saw it coming across, and he thing with Anderson, I don't know if he saw Korzak coming, but when the puck went across, he just went full sail. 2-on-3 if the Hurricanes hurry. And Jarvis couldn't quite handle the pass to the high boards. Aho to the point, and it goes out. Barbashev, 2-on-1. Can he get it across? He does. Eichel looking for a move. Tries to go out front, and Saad was all tied up. He might have wanted to go back to Barbashev, which would have been what to do. Saad all the way across to Barbie. Eichel cutting up with him. Loose puck. Saad gets it to Eichel. Barbie. And he scored! Let's go, baby. That's not the right. That'll be later. that one's later. Big goal here. Let's see what happened. Barbashev comes in. Puck goes to Eichel. It looks like he's trying to go to Barbashev, but I think he ends up catching either the stick or the pad of Anderson. No. Miller for Carolina puts in the goal for Jack. he literally takes his mouthpiece out and goes, oh, He was trying to get it to Barbashev for the goal. Anderson was making a great read. Unfortunate for Anderson. Incredibly fortunate for the Golden Knights. All right, do we have... I'm waiting to see if it loads. Oh, wait. Got to get the thing ready. Hang on. There we go. For your Golden Knights, with his 6th of the season, number 9, Jack. Go. Yay. Woo. Yay. Great start, fellas. Great start. Ooh, a little bit of a trip on Carlson. We'll let that go. Shot fought off into the low corner, low boards. Hilly is laid out on the ice. I'm very curious what just happened. That is not good. I'm all right with Schmidt coming in, but Hilly, he just had one of the best games he's had in a long time the other day. He's playing fantastic right now, and he just went down. This is bad news, man. It's got to be his hip again. They just made the call to Hart. Get your shit and get ready. 10:06 to go in the first, and Aiden Hill, again, coming off a fantastic performance against Calgary 2 nights ago. Coming into this game, playing the first half of the first period like a fucking stud. Going out with injury, and it's got to be his hip. Uh-oh. Be right back, y'all. get into where there's like Well, I mean, everybody has a loss, so what do you do? Right, right. Good old. Yeah, that's. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. All right. So actually, there we go. Time in a week that's happened. That typically doesn't happen. We usually don't talk till after the hockey game or before the hockey game so that we can both enjoy watching because he listens to it when he's visiting my sister and then I get to watch it. So sorry for being out in the first period. Dorfeev with a goal. We'll announce it when we come back for the second period, but I am going to take a minute to take care of some stuff that Pops asked me to take care of. So this is very unfortunate timing. That sucks on my behalf. We'll see you after intermission. Okay. So apologies. Didn't say it when I got back, but missed a little bit of that period, including did see Dorofeev's goal, but wasn't here for it because my dad FaceTimed me and don't really care who you are or what you're doing. Someone you love calls you, answer the phone. Like there will always be a time where those calls don't come in anymore. But so got to talk to my dad. He's up visiting my sister. My mom and dad are up there visiting my sister, my nieces and my nephew. So I had to take that call. But again, we are back for the second period. I had my phone a moment ago. So, real quick before we start up, since he's in the box, it's perfect timing. For your Golden Knights with his 7th of the season, number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev. That came out weird. Assisted by number 93, Mitch Marner. Yeah. Well, hell yeah. All right. We'll be here ready to go for the next one. Out attempts at 21-19. On target are 8-7. 6-5. Okay. Vegas going 0 for 1 on the power play. I missed a lot, so I didn't really get to see. I'm guessing Carolina put up a good defense, but I did not get to watch much of that power play. Meanwhile, Carolina with the man advantage for 1:30 seconds. Ooh, fell down as he lost the puck. No, I cannot, Candyman. There are a lot of places you can go to find it. I can't tell you because I got in trouble last year. Ooh, Eichel breakaway heading in, shot and stopped by Anderson. But no, YouTube will shoot me down immediately. But if Google search a couple different things, you'll find links. Puck in the zone. Carolina on the high wall, throwing it down to the middle, backhand towards the net. That might have actually been Theodore's stick that put it on Hill, but Hilly able to cover it up. See, Eichel get a little too close on Anderson. Nope, he had plenty of space. Anderson made a fantastic stop. Elevate the puck. I think he could have had him beat over the top of the glove, but he tried to squeeze it in underneath. Sisson's in the high corner of the Carolina zone. Just putting in work, killing time. Fed backwards. Carolina's going to set up from behind their own net. On the high wall, entering with speed. All the way across, and a great stick by Zach Whitecloud. Sisson's kind of disrupted that control, but man, Whitey cutting the pass off beautifully. Back to even strength. Great opportunity, taking it to the top of the circle, trying to feed it up close. Backhanded. It's going to go just out of the zone. Carolina comes right back in from the red line. Schmidt slows it down for Whitecloud. Going behind the net, fed out to the high, not shot. Schmidt makes the stop and covers it up. Svechnikov just causing problems. Hey, so Colorado and Vegas both have 10 second period goals, but Carolina's right there with 9. Vegas is like second in power play goals with 9, I believe. Like, this train's going to come to a fiery crash at some point, so we got to ride it out as long as possible. Puck swatted away by Schmidt as it bounces. Broken stick. Who's that? Sissons, I think, with the broken stick. Puck coming back behind Schmidt. Getting your goal. From a hard angle, hits bodies. Hurdle trying to get it out of his own zone on the lone wall. low wall, and he finally does all the way across the ice. Carolina's going to end up with it. Right back in deep behind Schmidt. Korzak back to retrieve the puck and heading right back out. Cross neutral, dump and chase. Marner going in to disrupt. Getting some help by Saad. Into that high corner. Saad goes down. Think he just leaned a little too heavy. Eichel has a puck bounce off his stick. Saad with a great play to Eichel. Shot goes off the backboards and around. Carolina able to clear. What a steal by Saad. A great setup. Eichel taking a swing and just not connecting. Puck back into the Vegas zone. Theodore trying to swing it around down low. Barbashev gets it to Eichel through the center. 2-on-1 with Saad. Jesus Christ. I know numbers, I swear. 16:25 to go in the second as Eichel's shot goes up and out of play. Face off coming in the Carolina zone. Shots 10-9 Hurricanes. Yeah, Eichel's looking. The guy's playing him tight. It just didn't work out. Just hit the outside of the net. There's where that shot was from Eichel. Anderson probably could have made the save, but it went off the outside of the net anyway. All the way down, no icing. Just a couple guys hauling ass right there. Holtz breaking in. Anderson protects the puck. Then went into free space, but now Carolina into the Vegas zone. Right through the center, trying to get something towards the net. It slides off his stick. Holtzy working his way back with Carlson and Riley Smith. And that was offsides. Not by much, but Riley Smith jumped the line. Eller's coming back for Carolina into the Vegas zone. Leaves it across through the middle. Jarvis to the high dot. And it's shot and score for Carolina. Yeah, that is Sebastian Aho. Damn. A lot of opportunity. And sure enough, we go back the other way. Guy just leaves him wide open. Everybody's focused on Jarvis. They let Aho come sneaking right in. And then Schmid had it. And he extended past it. Oh, brutal. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second period. Shots are 11-9 Carolina. And the Hurricanes have made this a one-goal game. Hurdle gets picked off. Marner's there to save the day. All the way up the ice to Hurdle. Into the zone. Hurdle battling for it on the low boards. Gets it to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev looking for a place to go. He gets taken out. Back to Dorofeyev trying to get a quick shot right to the skates of the guy in front of him. Then moving it to Hurdle, but it gets cut in half. Not Jarvis. Carolina going back the other way. Chasing it back. Lazon there first. Korzak trying to lend a hand up the low boards. Hurdle has it. Fed out into the middle. Marner can't get it deep, but deep enough to get a change. Carolina's going to take it back for him. Lost in neutral. There goes Reinhart trying to get it deep. Nope. Hannafin and Howden are still out. I'm not sure who Reinhardt's in for because I saw Holtz earlier, so Reinhardt's in for somebody as well. Dumped in deep for Vegas. Kolasar chasing it down, trying to get it to Reinhardt, feeding it around to Sissons. Battle and just a flat-out battle for the puck. Sissons is getting rode on that wall. Reinhardt almost gets it taken. Kolasar battling for it down behind the net. Back up the high boards. Quick shot from the high dot. Misses the net. Whitecloud puts one on target. I'm not sure if it hit his Sissons stick or made it to Anderson. Vegas with good pressure. Just don't let them go back down the ice like they did a minute ago. 13:45 to go in the second period. White Cloud dumping it in all the way around to the high boards. Vegas ends up with it. Barbashev trying to feed it to the middle to Eichel. It doesn't get through. McNabb. Oh, that's right. Stoney's out. That's why Sod's with Barbie and Eichel. Sod trying to make a move. Just danced a little too much. Good move by Sod to try and get back and get another shot. But Trevor, any Vegas scored a third goal before Carolina does? Hey, dude, I'm with you. I need it for mental health reasons. Making moves again. Anderson just locking them down. We're pulling for you, Trev. We got this. Dude, the amount of opportunity. Like Anderson's done a good job when the shots have been on target, but we've missed a couple of great opportunities. Just flat out missing the net. Riley Smith poking it all the way down low. Ooh. 12 and a half to go in the third. Carolina on the high wall, leaving their zone. Pass to the middle. Korzak racing forward against Jarvis. Jarvis gets it around to Aho on the low boards. Carly and Riley fighting to get it out. That's got to be an icing, right? And it is. Face off coming back to the Vegas zone. 12-10 to go in the second. Man, that was... Schmid just overreacted a little bit. He was in perfect position, but he moved his arm out of the way. That one was a bummer. But like I said, Anderson that's locked down right now. He's made a couple of great saves, and then we've had a couple of bad misses. Sod kept trying. Then when he finally got the space in the opening, he didn't get it above the pad. Glove catch right there. Like, dude, Trevor, it's been so wild. It's been a while since I've had a lot of confidence in Aiden Hill, but I felt fantastic in him coming into this game. The start of this game, he was looking solid. And then just as reliable as Mark Stone, he makes a simple move and he probably rips his hip apart. Good old Vegas hockey. Let's see what's happened. There were two football games today, right? I saw that. 3:52 to go in the second quarter. The Seahawks are beating the Texans 14-0. Put that on a side note for commercial breaks like this. Oh, CJ Stroud in. Oh, that's got to be a hold or legal contact or pass interference or something. That had to be. I can't believe that flag just took that time. Trevor? I cannot. Okay. There has to be, like, I was here for all of last season as well. I cannot put into, I'm trying to think. There's probably 15 hours of me just ranting and raving about how pissed off I was that we got rid of Logan Thompson and kept Aiden Hill. Like, I appreciate Aiden Hill for everything he's done for the team. We kept the wrong goalie. And I love that he's like 3-0, I think. My dad said, he signed for $6 million. I can't be happier like that he's doing well, but we kept the wrong goalie. Well, I want to say it was 2023, 2024 season, the year after we won. There was a 15-game stretch. I think it was 14 game stretch where Logan Thompson played 2 goals. Aiden Hill played, or 2 games. Aiden Hill played 12 games. And Aiden Hill gave up 3 or more goals in all 12 of those games. Logan Thompson gave up 3 goals total in his 2. They still kept starting Aiden Hill. And right there, I got so that was my all right. I'm fed up with the I don't want to say leadership, the office, like the management for the Golden Knights. All right, so slash on Theodore. That's right on the hands. Ehlers, I don't know what he's complaining about, but Ehlers for Carolina to the box, shaking his head. He swatted the guy. He swatted Theodore right on his hand. I don't get it. Yeah, I miss LT too. Theodore getting it back to Eichel. First 20 seconds, not looking like our power play. Of course, with Stone is, as much as Eichel does on the power play and for the power play, Mark Stone is our captain for a reason. When he is, him being there and him not being there is crazy. Eichel just cutting up, trying to take it himself, almost does, tries to feed it back to the middle. Eichel has it down to Dorofeyev. I thought Dorofeyev would go below the net. Theodore all the way across to Eichel up top. Dorofeyev in the middle. Back to Eichel, back to Theodore. Back to Dorofeyev, but the pass was too hard. It bounced off Dorofeyev's stick. Dude, we're doing too much. We had a couple of decent opportunities to just take a second there. Dorofeyev, when he was on the low wall, should have gone right behind the net. There was nobody near Mitch Marner. Hurdle was standing on the line. How does he get the interference? Hang on a second. I'm so I can't believe the commentators are actually saying this. That's sorry. I was being quiet because I wanted to listen because it's absolutely right. Hurdle's riding the blue line to stay on side. The fact that the guy didn't turn around to see if somebody was there isn't Hurdle's fault. 4-4 for 37 seconds. Marner able to get in the way of that pass. Carlson coming down. The dog, Wild Bill Carlson. Good hit. Lazan shoved Chatfield off of it. Marner's able to tap it up and out. All right. Power play starting for Carolina. I'm here. Yo, what up, Blaze? What you doing? Sorry. You just said what you doing. How you doing, brother? Man, we just got a bullshit penalty. You just missed the LT rant and the bullshit penalty rant. Word, buddy. Dude, big save by Schmid right there. I said it's so funny. The audio is a good, like, seconds behind. So I'm like, oh man, that was crazy. And then I'm like, and then the audio catches up. Oh man, that's crazy. Game is toughest matchup of the season so far. Absolutely. Like, I will Yeah, absolutely. Boston was the closest for sure, but straight up talent wise, and we're missing Mark Stone. So without Stone in, and Aiden Hill got hurt 10 minutes into the game. So, like, I love Akira Schmidt. He's been fantastic, but Aiden Hill was finally starting to look good. He was looking great the start of this game. Yeah, he broke something in his foot. He got something that was missed last game. He caught a slew foot. Coming off the bench, kicked out his skates, and he went down. I guess he ended up busting something. I thought I saw a foot, but I'm not sure. Yeah, guy comes on the ice and just straight out kicks out his blade. It was ridiculous. Puck all the way down. Nope, looks like it went out of play, and they're going to have the face off in the Vegas zone. 8:11 to go in the second. And it looks like we're going to commercial. But yeah, so Howden's out, Hannafin's out, and Stone's out, which we're definitely missing Stone tonight. I definitely prefer Howden to either Holtz or Reinhardt, but both of them have actually been playing pretty well. Well, Reinhardt hasn't been in the last game or two, actually. So I still have reservations about Reinhardt. He's so far so good. Still keeping an eye on him. Holtzy has actually been playing pretty well. And then you got, of course, I was just gonna say, yep, Eichel already putting one in. I mean, it was a lucky one, but he was hitting Barbashev on the other side of the ice if Miller's stick didn't knock the puck in for us. And then you had the slick little move for Dorofeyev to have the tap in. But yeah, then Saad is playing with Eichel and Barbie. And I do like Saad. I don't as much like him on the first line with those two, but he's changed my mind tonight. He's played really fast, and he's taken chances towards the net, and he has his moments where he's able to use his speed to get opportunities up close, so he's not shooting from 30 feet away. But I was like, man, I don't know about Saad being on the first line, but like I said, he's surprised me. He's played fantastic so far. Definitely would like to see him get an opportunity, but he's really helped the chances for Barbie and Eichel. He's been around for. Kolasar going all the way back. Oop. Back out of the Carolina zone. So that's way up tight for Carolina. Both of our guys just kind of standing around looking at each other. I'd appreciate us not doing that. Kolasar has a broken stick. Puck on the low boards. Sisson's trying to do something with it. He gets it to Kolasar. Just has to kick it towards him. Just get off the ice, Kolasar. Either go get a stick or get off the ice. Vegas ends up icing it. So we will go back into the night zone. Shots are 12-11 Vegas. And I got to wait for the scoreboard to come up for the time. That is wild. The Stahl brothers, you got 3 Stahls that play in the NHL. Face off to the left of Hill. Sissons to take it. Sissons wins it. Okay. Hurricanes will get their shots, no doubt. VGK's defense will be the determining factor. Yeah, we just got another icing. Agree 100%. Okay, I think I misread that. So the shots are 14-12 Hurricanes with 7:19 to go in the second. I was looking at the scores. I was really thinking it would be a goaltending match because if I remember right, Carolina in their first 5 games scored 23 goals and gave up 11. And the Knights scored in 7 games like 26 and gave up 19. So the ratio was set up to be, a 3-3 game, 4-3 game, or a straight up goalie match. And for the first period, and honestly, since it's been a goalie match. Unfortunately, Hilly goes out after 10 minutes, probably blowing out his hip again. So, yeah, that's. I was prepared for Anderson versus Hill, and then it turned into Anderson versus Schmid, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I like Schmid. I'm all right with this, and yeah, so far so good. I mean, you had the one that was a little bit of an overreaction. He had the save, but he just kind of panicked through his blocker out there. But otherwise, he's been tight. I said it's a shame with Aiden Hill because against Calgary the other night, that was the best. I mean, it was against Calgary, but that's the best I've seen him play in 2 years. And then he comes in here playing fantastic, and then he gets hurt 10 minutes later. Like, good Lord, man. Like, we should have kept LT. Fuck up the boards to the point. Carolina controlling in the Vegas zone. Good stick. But Carolina recovers. Still under pressure. Who's that? That was Sod. Like I said, Sod's been a part of a lot of the plays that turn into opportunities for Barbie and Eichel. And then he's had a few chances to score himself. Said Stone, it's hard to replace Stone with anybody because the dude's impressive. 7 minutes and 15 seconds since the Golden Knights' last shot on goal. Dude, Carolina tightened up. They started playing heavy. They started playing the way that I expected them to start. Oh, we got a penalty. Shea Theodore, dude, can we stop shooting ourselves in the foot? Yeah, obvious slash. What are we doing, dude? And then he slashed him again. It's like, doing. That's what I'm saying, Blaze. What the hell? All right, what's happening? Oh, did I click on? There we go. I'm like, why are there only 45 people watching this game? There's usually thousands. All right, so we're checking out Seattle and Houston real quick while we wait. Ground, what a throw. I'm glad I flipped over to see that. There's 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 14-3 Seahawks, and they just made a great catch and throw. So we get Nico Collins touchdown. Word. I got to admit, I'm not sure what side of the ball he's on. It's like basically at the current time, my NFL football knowledge consists of a handful of players at best and a couple of them because they played at Miami. Otherwise, I just don't watch football anymore. Yeah, dude, Vegas is doing locals menu nachos, hot dog, popcorn, pretzel, water, and a fountain soda are $5.50 each. Like, bro, just keep that always. If you have a local ID, you pay $5.50 for that. Let all the tourists pay fucking $9 for a hot dog. You know what I mean? Like locals, 13. That simple. Sorry, the goal night management pisses me off beyond anything imaginable. That's why I receiver for the Texans word. Well, shit, man. Especially if you got some money on that, let's get it. Still got another 30 minutes. I'm guessing they're going to kick the field goal, but the hockey game's back on. Marner just gets taken down. Eichel with speed. Good angle. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Carolina to the red line. Going to the high wall, pass it in. McNabb gets to the puck first. Gets it to Whitecloud. McNabb gets taken down well after the puck's gone. And Navers gets tripped. It was a matter of time before that dude committed a penalty because he was whacking and hacking and doing all types of bullshit to Navers. "60 seconds of 4-on-4 before the Vegas power play. 4:26 to go in the second. That dude, Marner fucking. Did the Seahawks kick it? Or no, sorry. Did the Texans kick it? Puck goes all the way down on Vegas. Korzak back to scoop it up. Interesting 4-on-4 setup. Cut up the low boards. Carlson gets it taken away. Hurricanes, dude coming in with speed, separated from the puck at the blue line. Good job, Korzak. Make him go around you. 14-6. Okay. So the Texans did get that field goal. Ooh, puck up and over. Oh, it was swallowed up by Anderson. I thought it went up over Carlson's head and he didn't see it. That looked weird. All right. 21 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Shots are 16-12. Carolina. Not sure how that doesn't count as a shot on net, considering it went right in Anderson's glove, but it doesn't count. I guess it technically wasn't a shot. Whatever. Hurdle gets kicked out. Hurdle got whacked. 3:47 to go in the second. Hurdle trying to jump the face off. Right idea, just went right over the puck. Battle for it on the low boards in the Carolina zone. Hurdle's pissed. Like, he's annoyed. And you don't off. How was that not? If Hurdle got called for interference, how was that not interference? He skated forward into Hurdle's path. Again, I don't think either of them should be, but if we're going to call bullshit, you better call it all bullshit before the period is over. 100%. We're on a power play for 40 seconds. All the way down. 3 minutes to go in the second period. And we need them to score before. We need them to score right now, basically. Get Trevor paid on the goal and then get Vegas nice and comfortable for Hurdle. Dorofeyev trying to skate in. He makes a move. Saved by Anderson. Damn. 15 seconds left on the man advantage for the Golden Knights. Dude, Dorofeyev is just, he got just enough to throw it off of that corner. Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev. I would love to see him go to 8 right now. Ooh, Vegas comes away after a battle. Eichel has it. What a great pass by Marner. Marner on the baseline has it behind the net. Out front, Dorofeyev. What a save by Anderson. You big old fat bastard, you. What a save on the Vegas top scorer. Holy shit. And it just barely hits enough of the bottom of his glove to go straight down instead of having momentum to keep going past. Oh, damn if I didn't almost call that. All right, back to full strength. 2:20 to go in the second. All the way down, Lazon battling. Find the Vegas net. That was almost a fantastic pass. Carolina keeps it in. Swing and a miss by Riley Smith. Good pass. Carlson throws it over to the Wars. Wall can't connect with Holtzy. Oh, Vegas has a chance at controlling the puck, and it hits Carly in the skate. Oh, good job by Lazon to keep the puck in. Carly in the high corner. They're trying to get it out front. Holtzy to Riley Smith. Back to Holtzy on the low baseline. Holtz gets it to Carly. Riley Smith out front. They read each other like a book. What a great setup. Just not quite able to connect with the flying sticks. Into the high corner on the high boards, and Marner misses it. Sorry, Reinhart misses it. Puck's going to come all the way around to the low boards. Plenty of time for Carolina to get it out. What a series of hockey we have had in the last couple minutes. Kolasar coming in. He dumps it. Sissons chasing. Reinhart battling, gets some help from Kolasar, but Carolina is going to get the puck out and up the low boards. Dude, that pass from Carly to Riley was so good. Puck dropped right in front. We're under 60 seconds. Up and out. Vegas trying to break down. We might have gotten a little excited. Whitecloud and Hutton back to try and play some defense. Puck comes out. Reinhart not able to send it. Finally, it gets out. Kolasar racing for it. Ooh, nope. Carolina's going to have it through neutral. Under 30 seconds. From their own blue line across red. Into the Vegas zone. Shooting from the high circle goes wide. Off the outside of the net. Navers gets put under pressure. Not the best pass decision. Shot from the top of the high circle. Carolina still controlling in the zone. 10 seconds to go. Into the low boards. Carolina still has it. Jarvis looking for somewhere to go with it. Good stick. Another good stick. And Vegas is going to be able to settle down the attack. And we end the second period 2-1. Golden Knights. You bastards can't keep doing this to me. Guys, I'm going to end up having a heart attack. It's hard enough to keep up with it, let alone actually fucking Jesus. Woo! All right, we're good. Vegas is good. We make it out. A bunch of dumb penalties, a couple, well, at least one that I disagree with. Hurdle getting called on that interference, I got to argue against. But They were even saying makeup call for when Reinhardt got taken out. Well, no, I'm thinking the wrong way. Scratch that. They did. It was the McNabb trip that I was thinking about. They're like, it's a makeup call. It's like, well, I'd prefer you call the guy that tackled Reinhardt, but I guess we'll just woosah. So, drink snack. Hey, perfect timing. Blaze, what's good, buddy? Yeah, Blaze, that sounds perfect. You know how we do. Food, drink, that's what intermission's for. How you doing, man? Here, I'll sit and talk for a quick second while I get this ready. You been watching? Oh, that's something I haven't. Oh, I don't have my phone. That's something I haven't done yet. I haven't looked at the other scores. So the other night was a little bit of a rough one. However, 1-1 against the Jets. 13:21 to go. That ain't bad. But if Calgary beats the Jets to get out of their slump, that would be perfect. What else we got going on? And that's in Calgary. Montreal beat the Sabres in Montreal 4-2. I cannot imagine. I'm sorry if y'all are Sabres or Canadians fans. I cannot imagine that being an enjoyable game to watch, even with 6 goals. And I don't even mean that to be a jerk. I genuinely just oof. That's a wolf of a game. Wild and the Rangers, Minnesota winning 3-1 in New York, and the Flyers winning 5-2 over Seattle in Philadelphia. Again, we are on intermission here, so in a second, I'm going to run, grab a drink, grab a smoke, do the usual thing around here, which is use intermission for what it's for, and grab a drink and a snack. Dude, the Red Wings have been playing very good hockey. I can't remember what they're sitting at 5-1. Red Wings are playing good hockey. Carolina's been playing good hockey. The Bruins were until they ran into us. I am so excited for Bruins Panthers tomorrow at 4:30. I will 100% be here for that game because I believe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. I'm hitting the wrong computer. Didn't mean to do that. house. Back just a minute early, trying to make sure everything is okay. Because I was trying to respond to Flames here, and all of a sudden everything went red and yellow and warning and dropping, and actually didn't drop as many as I thought, but still annoying. Getting ready to come back. Let's flip on the football game just real quick to see what's happening. Still, okay. The Hawks, you said 14-6, right? Yeah, so they did kick a field goal. Just about 5 minutes gone in the third period in that game, and Seahawks slightly extend their lead. Ready to get back to this one. 50 seconds on the big board in the ring. Dude, Hilly was all grayed out. That's the jerseys they're wearing. That's the original gray. And that is still my favorite jersey, period. Helmet is sick. Numbers are perfect. Name's perfect. It's an Adidas jersey instead of the what's it called? The not FanDuel, the Fanatics. I don't think that one has Circa on it. So it's like an unsponsored, like just clean jersey. I love the gray. And apparently they're phasing it out. There's only like 3 games this year where they're wearing the gray. And it's the gold has grown on me for sure. But like I said, this is my favorite one. I don't know if it went out of play or iced. All right, they moved Riley Smith. Not 100% against it, but I'm not. Who was with Sissons and Colasar? Reinhardt or Holtz, right? We'll find out in a minute where this change happened. Carolina into the Vegas zone. Pressure from Sod set up on the high wall to the low point. Chatfield shoots and glove save Schmid. He saw that all the way. Shots are 18-14 Carolina. Let me see what the breakdown was for the periods. Carolina went 8-9. We went 7-7. So it's not that we're inconsistent. But man, I'm so tired of ending a game around 20 shots. I feel like we have the squad that should be able to average much closer to 30. Aho kicked out of the circle. Face off, won by Carolina to the high point. Down the high boards, across to the middle, and it's kicked out. Errant pass goes all the way out of play. Dumped right back in. Schmid settles it. Theodore right up the gut, gets it to Dorofeyev, get to Hurdle. Dumped in, chased by Hurdle. Around the Marner on the low boards, and he lets it get past him. McNabb fighting Aho, pushes the puck back out of the zone. All right, from behind the net. That's still Theodore with Navers and Eichel getting set up. Puck to Eichel on the high wall. All the way down low to Barbashev. Feeds it back to the middle. Jack Eichel, and he loses the puck as he gets to the net. Somebody just got taken down hard up high. That was Sod back to take a shot, and it's covered. Dude, DeAndre Miller, I hate that piece of shit so much. They're like DeAndre Miller and Evander Kane, they're enough. And there are zero good ones that could be used. Like how Sod, how, no, that's a lot of contact for no puck being there. With Sod getting taken down, but all the way down, Korzak behind his own net to the point. Gets it out. Riley taps it in. Carlson trying to cut it off. He's a hair late. Carolina. Going to reset from their own zone. All the way up. Gets tipped in. Goes behind Schmidt. Vegas gets it up the low boards. Fed out to the middle. Hurdle loses it temporarily. It's chopped all the way down. I thought it was going to be an icing. No icing. Ooh, big turnover. Hurdle trying to go off the goalie, and Anderson's going to cover it up. Couple of really good opportunities for Vegas here, just not quite able to beat Anderson. 2.5 gone in the third period. Anderson plays it around right to Marner, who makes a good, or is that Reinhardt? No, that's Marner with Dorofeyev and Hurdle. So yeah, Marner made a great read, got on the boards, made a great pass over to Hurdle, and Hurdle just had to take it a little too far. Marner gets into Hurdle below the net. Great job protecting the puck to the high dot, turns and shoots. Puck ends up in the low corner. Dorofeyev throws it from the low point. Knocked down by the glove of Anderson. Hurdle with a quick turn and shoot. Hits a body. Whitecloud trying to keep it alive. Hurdle trying to keep it alive. It is still alive. And then finally it makes its way out. Pure chaos. Puck swung around the boards. Marner trying to pick it off just behind the net. Hutton can't keep it in. It's a foot race. Whitecloud back. Puck slowly makes its way to Hutton, who tips it and ends up putting a shot on goal. Fought away by Schmid. Back into the Vegas zone. Behind the net. Who was that? Marner lost it in his skates. Puck comes out front. Fed up close. And Hutton's just going to push Jarvis out of the way like he wasn't even standing there. I love it. He just shoved him 10 feet. Schmid doing a great job. Said Marner loses it. Ehlers makes a great play. Aho makes a great play. Ehlers gets it to Jarvis, and then Hutton shoves him. Look at Jarvis's head right here. They didn't show it. Hutton pushes them right here, and Jarvis goes. There's a chick trying to clear the hair out of his face. Just unreal. Vegas controlling in their own zone. Shots are 2016 Carolina. 4 minutes gone in the third period. Puck to neutral. I guess it went out of play, and the refs have no idea. When they do these. Puck into the Vegas zone, all the way down to the low corner. Luzon there first, feeds it up high, and it's out. Carolina there to play it. We are definitely going to watch some Carolina games this season. Puck up and out of play from neutral. Win at least one playoff series in each of the last 5 seasons. 7 straight playoff appearances. Won at least one series in the last 5. Just struggling to get past 2 and then struggling to get. Well, I mean, yeah, struggling. Who is that? Korzak off a skate. It does cross. I thought it actually made it across, but they're going to call it an icing. 15:21 to go in the third. They're good. So Carolina's got a lot of talent. And one thing I like is like this has been I mean, there's been some penalties I thought were bullshit, a couple penalties that were penalties, but it has just been a really good, clean game. And that's why I look forward to watching more games with Carolina. I'll be curious to watch them with Tampa and Florida. Ooh, Pats couldn't get up to Sod. Schmid leaves it for White Cloud. Carolina keeps it in out to the center. Goes all the way to the point. Shot to the high corner. Carolina still controlling to the center. Here comes the shot. Misses the net wide. And Vegas is able to get it clear with no icing. Miller back from his own zone. Carolina is able to get it deep into Vegas territory. Theodore all the way around to the high boards. Reinhardt to Carlson. He goes there. He takes a little pop to the face, but we'll forget about that. Okay, Carly's back with Riley, so I'm curious why they started it the way they did. Trying to make some moves. He does. Couldn't get the pass to Riley Smith. Holtz was falling over as he tried to make it. I wish he would have just thrown that on net. Like it was a great effort trying to get it to Riley, but whiff. But then he get a second try and a stop by Anderson from Dorofeev. Into neutral. Hurdle dumps it in. Anderson plays it up the wall, and Carolina is going to make their way through. Chatfield from the low circle. Fought off straight in the air. Puck ends up on the low baseline. Carolina has it at the low point. Top of the low circle shot. A lot of traffic up front. Puck ends up at the high point. Hits a skate from that shot. Back into the low corner. Battling for it. Back behind the net. Carrier to the point. Back to Carrier on the high boards. High point. Chatfield throws it on net. Fought off by Schmid. And the puck ends up out of the zone. I said I meant to put the Carrier jersey up, but I forgot. And then I realized I forgot. And then I didn't put it up because I forgot again. Saw it so close to making a spectacular play. Vegas across the red line, dumping it in. Puck to the low boards, out. Carolina goes right into the Vegas zone behind Schmid. White Cloud sends it around the high boards, and it's right back into neutral territory. And Carolina back in the Vegas zone. Hutton to White Cloud. Back to Hutton. Vegas making their way out. Carolina gets a change. Dumped in from the red line. Riley Smith chasing it down behind the net. It almost took the right bounce. Okay, that looked like interference to me. He was definitely leaning on Holtz well after the puck was gone. I said, I'm more mad at the interference that was called than anything that's not called. I can't see who that was going down. That was Theodore. Nice little flip from Holtz. Will Carly. Ooh, what a stop. And I wish he would have gone backhand on net, but he tried to reach Riley Smith, and another great Carolina stick. Carolina's too fast, man. Shot misses the net by a mile from Aho. Puck in the high boards. Theodore Assad. Who is that? Barbie fighting for it. McNabb ends up with it, and everybody's clear in Vegas. Heading out. McNabb from the red line and in. All the way around the high boards. Barbashev tips it. It goes to Eichel. Trying to feed it across. It gives him some space. Eichel making some moves. A great pass by Barbashev, but it's cut off. Good Lord, we are like 93% of the way to fantastic plays. But Carolina is doing good enough. Shot from Eichel on net, and the glove save by Anderson. 10:13 to go in the third. Carlson making that spinning backhand. I wish he would have just gone backhand on the net, but great read by Walker there to cut off the pass to Riley Smith. Jesus. Seattle on the press Tuesday alert. Kraken lose and Mariners eliminated. Seahawks last chance. Man, that is brutal, dude. that is brutal. Hey, you're hanging in strong, man. Go Knights, go. I love it. Cheers to you, buddy. Hang in there. Last I saw, Seattle was doing all right. Actually, let's take a look real quick. Yeah, definitely not the city to have tall things around, tall buildings tonight. 20-12 so far, so good. Lot of game left though. Well, shit, I'm pulling. Don't know if I've ever said this sentence ever, but I'm pulling for the Seahawks. Just because it sounds like you need a win, brother. Man, we've had so many. The thing that makes me nervous is the amount of opportunities we've had. Because usually when we get on attack mode, we either score or they get a breakaway. Having a Philly not long ago, Flyers, Eagles, and then Phillies were eliminated. Brutal, dude. Like, I got saved a little bit because I don't really watch football anymore. Don't watch baseball anymore. So I watch hockey, and then I've got my Miami Hurricanes. And so Friday was depressing, but I had it sandwiched between a win on Thursday and an ass whooping on Saturday. So I was like, all right, I can put up with that. It's okay. Oh, what just happened to my feed? There we go. Oh, that was close. Anderson went to scoop it, and the puck didn't go with him. He had to drop his stick and cover it up. So we are just over halfway through the third period in Vegas. Shots tied 21 apiece. Yeah, Hill got injured. It was just shy of 10 minutes into the first period. He made a little left pad save and immediately went down. Like it was just like most of Hill's injuries. It looked like nothing, but he probably tore his hip again. Good pressure by Marner. I don't know what the hell just happened. His stick ends up on the ice. I don't know if he was chopped or what. Oh, Will, get up. But yeah, I would expect Hill to. I would not expect. Okay, how do I say this? Actually, since the Golden Knights don't play till Saturday, I'm not sure what to expect because we've got all week to figure out what's going on and see how he's going to do. Of course, the most we'll get is exactly what we have right now, which is lower body injury. Um, but hopefully a week is enough. If not, like no matter how everybody feels about Hart, he can't start till December. So we're gonna have to figure out who we're grabbing. I probably bringing up from Henderson. Yeah, what's his name? I already forgot. They good the other night. Shame. Yeah, lots of criticism. Gave me a solid time. 9:27 in the third. Uh, honestly, man, that's exactly how I feel about Hill. Like I said, I am very thankful for what Hill has done for the organization. We should have kept Logan Thompson. I will die on that hill. Logan Thompson's the better goalie. However, when Hill is playing right, he plays right, and he is an incredible goalie. Um, last night or the other night against Calgary was the best I've seen him play in 2 years. And I don't think that's in any way an exaggeration. At the start of this game, he looked fantastic. His confidence was up. He was attacking the puck. He looked fantastic. And then he got hurt. It's like, of course you did, you fucking blubbering bastard. It's like, I'm trying to like you. Ooh, steal. This playoff for the company is among the best. Man, it's definitely a delay. I will say, if is carrying that sentence a lot. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Call it, Trevor. Oh. Where's Trevor at? Dude, they're pretty good. They got injury claim actually changed to this day. Absolutely. You're 100% right. That's what I'm saying, Trevor. I knew you were in here somewhere. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let me get it ready. Best kept secret. I have more criticisms about Shea Theodore than anybody on the team, so I could go on a list. Let's see how this contact was better. All right, hang on. We got to get the goal call. For your Golden Knights, with his third of the season, number 49, Ivan Barbashev. Yay! Yay! All right, and Vegas is going on a power play as Sissons gets slashed on his way to the net. This is what I like to see, fellas. But Theodore's one of the biggest things with Theo right now is he's not on the power play as long as Stone's on the ice, which we'll see when he gets back on. But if you notice, they took Theodore off and they put Mitch Marner on. So that's one thing is he's not on the power play. Second, he's doing what he's been doing for years. He shoots the puck off the skates of the guy standing 3 feet in front of him and then starts chasing it the other way. The biggest thing with Theodore is he shoots too much, and he shoots at times where there's clearly not a lane. And if he makes this pass and waits for the puck to come back, maybe he does. But he's just touched the puck and shoot like he's been forever. Like years ago, I said, if it's like, dude, just make him a forward and get a defenseman that's a defenseman. He has had a lot more games lately where I've been impressed with him, especially San Jose. I was very, very, very happy with the way he played against San Jose. However, when it comes to point production, plus our forwards are actually the guys that are getting the points, which is at least that's what I prefer. Wait, forget he was that. Yeah, absolutely, Marcor. Like I again should have kept Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson was worth $6 million, 100%. But hey, cheers, buddy. Again, and I mean, you may find someone that obviously, you may find someone that totally disagrees with me. But everything that I've seen, it's just he's got to be more patient. Because you'll notice, you'll see the moments where he's super defensively focused, and everything from the blue line to his goalie is shut down, and it is fun to watch. But then he gets back onto offense, and he never comes off the blue line and just starts sending stuff to the net. Now, every now and then it's great, but he also misses the net on like 70% of his shots. And that's the ones that get through the bodies. They just miss the net. You got another 20% that hit bodies, and then you got 10% that end up being potentially productive. And it just that's play say try to force everything. Exactly, Marcor. That's exactly it. He just, like I said, a little more patience, and he would be fantastic. Oh, Theodore just looked like he got tripped right there behind the net. 15 seconds gone on the Vegas power play. Cross the red line. Eichel's going to reset. Circle, try and build some speed, maybe? Yes? Nope. Dumps it in from the red line. Chasing the puck. Up on the high boards is Dorofeyev. Gets it to Marner. Can't get it to Hutton. Bouncing puck. Tricks up Hurdle, who throws it across the ice to a red and white jersey. Not great. Theodore behind his own net. Eichel setting up behind him. Come on, Jack. Just storm in. I like when he enters with speed. Marner carries it in to Hurdle. Circles around, protecting the puck. Getting to Eichel. Tries to feed it down low. I wish he would have shot backhand across, and they missed Marner. Oh my goodness. We are getting way too close to not be scoring. And Carolina comes in making a great couple of plays, but Akira Schmid was ready for him. See how I've ever seen everything it just seems to go in. Yeah, I've been waiting for Dorofeyev to have this kind of streak. This doesn't look like a Vegas power play anymore. It's Carolina getting the opportunities. 30 seconds with the man advantage. Skating back into their zone. That's a good tip. It didn't clear. That one did. All right, Hutton trying to feed it up the middle. Carlson gets it to Barbashev. We just can't get anything. Oh, likewise, Marcor. I really liked Olofsson and who's the other one? I want to say Peterson, but I don't think that's it. Who is the other one? Olofsson, and there was a guy that was just like Olofsson, but I can't. Pearson. I liked Olofsson and Pearson. I just wish they both had a little bit more production. Back to full strength. 5.5 to go in the third. Carolina shoots, missing the net wide. Puck's going to go all the way back down to Anderson. Only thing Mark Stone is out for. From what I've heard, they're thinking, I think I heard broken foot, which is going to be 6 to 8 weeks. depending on how bad it is. So, ooh, Stahl getting a little shovey into the boards on Lazan as they battle for it in the Vegas zone. Oh, it's his wrist. Okay, see, I was so confused how it could be his foot. Like, I was so confused. So it's his wrist. Okay, so 4 to 6 weeks. So I missed so much time. It's tricky but fun. Yeah, like I said, I wish I would have said more production. Like I said, the only thing I could be misremembering, which is the most obvious thing. But yeah, with a wrist, I believe it's a broken wrist. At least I hope it's a broken wrist, because if it's a bone, it's 4 to 6 weeks. If it's a sprain, there's no telling. Vegas able to get it clear. Yeah, I've broken bones and sprained things and torn stuff. Like, I've been through the recovery on most. You miss Marchie? I do miss Marchie every now and then. Like, I miss my Misfits. Shot. I don't know where it went. Oh, it went into McNabb's gear. Coming up to the point. Carolina controlling in the zone. 3:40 to go in the third. Don't you start buffering on me now, you son of a bitch. No, I haven't. What's going on with Tuck, Marcor? But yeah, I miss all my Misfits. Like, when Riley Smith came back last year, I hadn't been that excited in a while. Carlson storming in backhand, and it's fought off by Anderson. Right out front to Riley Smith. Anderson again with the save. White Cloud keeps it in. Will Carlson down low. To the low boards, trying to turn around. Under pressure, Riley Smith. Vegas has a rental. I'm cool with it as a rental. Dude, don't buffer now, please. Come on. Oh, you son of a bitch. Please. Oh, these feeds. They're killing me. 2:51 to go in the third. If we get this one back real quick. Nope. We got to switch it up. I don't know what the delay is going to be on this one. I'm surprised with how delayed my stream is. It's usually not this bad. One was right. The thing with Tuck is if he would make 15% more of his breakaways and up his shot amount by about 15 to 20%, like just his shots taken, and then learn how to hit a wide open fucking net from time to time, then I would be 100% down with Alex Tuck. And I love Tuck. He was our first speed demon. And I absolutely, like, Tuck was my boy forever. Then we got rid of him. It was like Carrier has always been my favorite knight. I don't know why. I don't really know what it is, but Carrier has just always been my boy. But I really like Tuck. He needs some solid years. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely has. Like I said, it's not even about his goal or assist numbers. It's more about certain things that he needs to be better at. A great team right now, Nate. 100%, man. They look fantastic. And this is without, they're missing their captain, Mark Stone. They're missing one of their better lower line forwards in Brett Howden. And we're missing Noah Hannafin. Plus, Aiden Hill got hurt in the first quarter, so our starting goalie. Like, we're missing 4 starters. Nate Schmidt was always your favorite. Carrier was always my favorite on ice guy. Nate Schmidt was always my favorite off ice, like just like Carrier was always my favorite hockey player for the Knights. And Nate Schmidt was always my favorite guy who played for the Knights, if that makes sense. Because Nate Schmidt was the homie. One of the dealerships I was working at, I can't remember if it was Chevy. Like a couple of dealerships, they do the local commercials. So like I've met like Forrest Griffin, and I met Nate Schmidt. And the dude is a fucking goofball. Caught using steroids. All right. That's a shame. Like, shame on him. He shouldn't have done that, but doesn't change his off ice personality and the things that I'm saying about him. Like I said, Nate Schmidt is just that dude was like, he's just the guy's guy. Said, shame on him. Hope he got punished. And if he did, cool. On to the next. You know what I mean? All right. Empty net for Carolina, 229. Shots tied at 24. Face off to the right of Akira Schmid. Vegas wins the face off, sends it up the low boards. Carolina has it in neutral. Puck behind. Then you spend probably a good guy otherwise, though. Like I said, hey, guys fuck up. It is what it is. They'll do hurricanes like this. They've been watching hurricanes just slowly decline. Yeah. It's slow. Carolina came out hot. Big shot pass actually across the crease. Aho down on his knees in front. But yeah, you could slowly see Carolina just the energy on the board started to fade, and as fast as they are, they started to lose RPMs later in the game. And that's one thing about Vegas is the gas tank is full. We may start a little slow, but 9 times out of 10, we're going to finish hard, finish fast. I've seen them interacting with the community, doing skate with fans. I've been a fan of them since. Yeah, it's not like the teams they've been playing, so they probably think this was sweet. Well, dude, Carolina was 5-0-0 coming in. So they knew that this was going to be a game. And like I said, especially when you've got 3 of your starters out, including your captain, and then, like I said, 10 minutes in, your goalie goes out. Like, that's a test. That's a depth test. And it has been, dude, like you said, Vegas is like nothing else. But yeah, Marcor, like I said, it's, he is the dude's dude. Like, he's the guy you want to have a beer with. He's the guy you want wingmaning at the bar. He is just, like I said, just a dude that's a dude. Especially in 2018, small systems. Okay. Hey, you know what? If he had it in a system, I don't care how small it is. Shame on him. You don't fucking do that. Plain and simple. Like, that's a mark on his record that he will always have. It's, you know, that could be something that turned him into like this fucking, I'm not going to take anything for granted anymore kind of dude. You know what I mean? That could have been a turning point. I don't know. That could have been the most shameful thing ever. And he laughed it off like it was nothing. I just don't know. Like he said, he hasn't been popped since. He's a good dude. I will always agree. Yes, he has that mark, but it's all right. On to the next. Oh, man, he didn't intentionally take it. Hey, look, when I hear I didn't intentionally take it, whatever, dude. Sure. Carlson. William Carlson making it 4-1. Damn, this thing is delayed. But you know, Vegas has been on the ice for a while now, so no shame. Oh, yeah. Goes Vegas carry on this road as well. Dude, Vegas is on, like you said, Vegas is on a stint, and it's gonna, This ride is going to crash and burn at some point, and we're going to hit a rut. It happens. Expect it. But ride this thing out as long as humanly possible. I just picked spin starts for is bad for business. Look, if a guy gets busted, shame on him. If he doesn't get busted, then as far as I'm concerned, innocent until proven guilty. That's just what it is. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Secret, but I've got way more things I could put energy into caring about. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. When somebody does something wrong, I'll call them out for doing something wrong. Until they get caught doing it, is what it is. All right, Sisson's going to the box. Minute 21 on the, it's a go in the third. I missed what happened there. Hang on. High stick on Sissons. All right, we got to get this. Let me get the clap ready. For your Golden Knights with his third of the season and an empty net goal, number 71, William Wild Bill Carlson, with an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner, and a secondary assist from number 27, Theodore. Yay! 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 Dude, my voice went out right at the end there. 6-4 playing Vegas on the ice. So yeah, Vegas still a killer one. We're gonna be Vegas on the ice a bunch. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you never know what's happening around. Like, I can only go back so far in my memory to remember what was going on during wins, during losses. Like, that's the great thing about hockey, man. It's anything can happen at any night for 82 nights. You said they were ruined, Wolf. Yeah. Dude, Wolf knows he's better than the defense in front of him. He has to. So as long as he keeps his head up, he'll find a home. I do hope he gets out of Calgary, though, because he's way too good for that. Really? All right, offside, 2.7 seconds to go in the third. Vegas is going to take this bad boy. 4-1. Extending their streak to 6-0-2. And bringing the Carolina Hurricanes their first loss of the season. Let's go. A streak like the one they did last year. Pissed I didn't catch them at the start of it. Dude, Winnipeg, there are a couple of the empty net was dumb as fuck. Pretty much all of them usually are, to be fair. Winnipeg, there are a handful of truths in life. One of them is Winnipeg will be a fantastic fantastic team for 70 games, but Hellebuck's going to play 65 of those games, and by the time playoffs come around, he's going to be beat to shit and tired. It's only happened every year since he's been with Winnipeg to the beginning of the season. Now, like I said, it's just Hellebuck is a great goalie, but they do not have a backup they trust, so he ends up playing almost 70 games a season. And then he's got to go into the postseason and be the super stud Connor Hellebuck, and it's not going to happen. Like, guys get burnt out, especially good goalies. So until they figure that part out and get him, like, honestly, something like Winnipeg picking up Dustin Wolf, I don't think they have the money for it. But if Winnipeg could pick up Dustin Wolf, not as a backup to Hellebuck, but as a 1-2, that would be the most deadly goalie combo, and Winnipeg would destroy everybody. Might start betting them. They buy the same. Oh, yeah. Max profit on team. I got to take a look at the games they have coming up. Where they at? Yeah, 2-1 against Calgary. I would have expected a little more out of them. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised they only won by 1. Let's see. Winnipeg. I'm going to the wrong menu here. We'll sign a $7.5 million contract. Okay. Like I said, then I'm right. Winnipeg doesn't have the money unless it's dominating. That's why. Yeah. No, he I get it. Like I said, I get it. I was expecting Winnipeg to do a little more damage. But yeah, like I said, they don't have the money, and I don't think Calgary will cover half a contract for him to leave. But Winnipeg has Seattle and then Calgary again Thursday, Friday. Interesting. And then Utah on Sunday. Interesting. I might take them again. Like, I would take them against Seattle. Probably take them against Calgary for the rematch. I'll try kicks in next year. Yeah. So, like I said, Wolf, it's unfortunate because Wolf's shit out of luck. He has no business staying in Winnipeg, but if they're going to pay him the money, then he gets the money. Bad at home, now the loss, but at least they scored at home. Dude, that's a brutal sentence. At least they scored at home. Wolf. Real quick, Friday. Saturday. We played Saturday, Sunday back to back. Florida, then Tampa. So we're East Coast, so the games are early. We play at 3 and then at 2. I think we play at 3 on Saturday and then at 2 on Sunday. I'm right. So just keep that in mind. No Golden Knights game until the weekend. But tomorrow, real quick, what do we think? We got Devils, Maple Leafs, Oilers, Senators, Sharks, Islanders, Canucks, Penguins, Seattle, Washington. Oh, nope, never mind. I forgot. Tomorrow, 4:30, Panthers and the Bruins in Boston. That's 100% the game we're watching tomorrow. I actually wanted to look at Wednesday and Thursday as well. Or Thursday, I might not be here. Just depends. Thursday, I might do a 4 o'clock game, but don't know. Tomorrow, 4:30, like I said, Florida in Boston against the Bruins. Wednesday, there's only 3 games Wednesday. We got the Wild and the Devils, the Red Wings and the Sabres, and the Canadians and the Flames. I really don't. If I tried, I don't think I could be interested in Montreal, Calgary. I think the Red Wings are gonna boot stomp the Sabres. So maybe the Wild and the Devils will get down on Wednesday. Thursday, Pens, Panthers, maybe they play at 4. That might not be a bad game to watch. And like I said, it's going to be an early game. Although LA and Dallas play on Thursday, that's going to be a great game to watch. I guarantee it. And then, I don't know, maybe Friday we'll watch the Flames and the Jets, see the rematch. Okay. So I haven't checked, but I wanted to kind of get an idea for what to expect for this week since the Knights have so long off. And hopefully, Stoney with the wrist, he's out for a couple weeks. Hopefully, Hilly isn't too bad. The fact that he went off the ice and we didn't see him again has me thinking he yanked something in his hip again. I'll be real curious because I'm willing to bet we'll pull up. I always forget his name, but the Silver Knights goalie. He played, I think he played a preseason game. He played a couple games for us last season. Damn, what was his name? I can't remember. But that's troubling if he'll rip his hip apart again and he's going to miss a chunk of the season. That's going to be no good. Everything else was sweet though. You can see the difference in the Vegas power play with and without Stone. That's the biggest highlight for tonight. Jesus, it looked rough. Eichel and Dorofeyev extend their points. All around a good night. Another nail biter that turned out not to be a nail biter. So again, these close games, they kill me, but 4-1, the Jesus didn't make the under, or no, he did make the, did he go over or under? I think he went over. I'd have to look. But at least he got the Vegas win. So, all right. That wraps it up for me. I got to get ready. It's, 10 to 10? So, got to get out of here. Get ready to go to the gym. But Marcor, Secret, Nate, I probably shouldn't put my hand up like that when I say German, but German Ortiz. Blaze, of course, I know you were in here for Jesus. Everybody, much appreciation for you guys hanging out with me. I said 4:30 tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to the Panthers in Boston. It's going to be a disaster, especially because Boston's in a slump and Florida's playing like trash. A lot of emotion, a lot of anger. Can't wait. So, again, guys, appreciate you as always and look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.